Hi everybody, welcome to the Sports Show. Hope you can stay with us for the next hour. Plenty coming up on the show as I welcome my co-host Barry Curtin. Kurtz, how are you?
I am fantastic.
Right.
I am fit as.
And
should be in the squad.
A good mate of yours is coming on the show a little bit later. Hasn't been on TV before. The great Peter Darley.
What a terrific player he was.
He's a ripping bloke too, isn't
and
he?
a great guy.
Got a couple of good stories to tell.
Well, he will have. No doubt he'll have good stories to tell. He is a fantastic player. Loved him. And a great character.
We'll look forward to chatting with him later on the show. But it's time to get over to Ash now and find out what's happening in the news.
Thanks, guys. Well, what's going on at West Lakes? The horror run for the Adelaide Football Club continues with a loss to the Hawks over the weekend. This week is a bye for the Crows, so let's hope they can regroup and pull their socks up. Meanwhile, Port Adelaide are eyeing off a top 4 spot following a convincing win over the Bulldogs last weekend. Can the Power prove they're the real deal with a win over the D's tonight? I'm pretty sure they can. Staying with footy in the SANFL, the Port Magpies beat Sturt by 7 points at Alberton, and South Adelaide slaughtered the Crows with a 112-point win. The Wallabies have fallen to Ireland in the second test in Melbourne to level the 3-match series at 1-1. Ireland put on a dominant display to beat the Aussies on their home soil for the first time since 1979. The Aussies will be without Will Genia in the Sydney decider after suffering a broken arm. Australia has been beaten in their second one-day international test against England over the weekend. A masterful century by Sean March was not enough to get the Aussies their first win of the series. The Aussies will be desperate for a win after falling in 13 of their last 15 ODIs. Nick Kyrgios has been defeated by Roger Federer in the semi-final of the Stuttgart Open in Germany. Federer was pushed by the 4th-seeded Kyrgios, who claimed the first set and finished the match with 23 aces. Kyrgios has shown he is in good shape for Wimbledon, which commences early next month. Former Premier League scoring champion Tyler Lemming has made his debut for Adelaide Adrenaline, but couldn't get his team over the line against ladder leaders Canberra. The away side stacked on a colossal 11 goals to claim the Beyond Blue Cup for another year. Adrenaline will take on Sydney this weekend as they continue their 4 home game stand. The Adelaide Thunderbirds are still searching for their first win of the season after falling to the Queensland Firebirds. The T-Birds started very strong but were eventually worn down as the game progressed. Adelaide will travel to Western Australia to take on Perth Thunder on Sunday. And I'll see you next week, guys.
Thanks for that, Ash. Now, mate, there's been a little bit happening in the last few weeks in the AFL and in cricket, in golf, but I want to touch on this one, mate. The Sri Lankan captain overnight has been found guilty of ball tampering. Now, what they're suggesting is on the TV, they've found him with some lollies in one pocket, popping him in the mouth, having a bit of a chew, and then giving the ball a bit of a lick and a bit of a touch-up.
Been going on for years.
What should he get for that? On the back of what's happened to our boys, what does he get for that?
He will get...
Ball tampering.
It's ball tampering.
So is it any worse than sandpaper?
Well, it's the same.
Well, you've played.
It's exactly the same.
Exactly the same.
Well, of course it is. It's,
All right,
it's
so
altering the condition of the ball.
So he's out for 9 months?
Well,
then?
he should be out, but he won't be out.
What do you reckon he'll get?
He will get a fine.
Were we too harsh on our boys then?
Yes,
on the
we
back
were.
of him getting a fine?
Yeah.
Were we too harsh on our
I
boys?
think we're way too harsh on our guys. I think we overreacted a little. I know it looked bad, and it was bad, but if you look at all the other... If you look at how many times players around the world have been charged of ball tampering in the last, say, 5 or 6 years.
Yep.
There's quite a few of them, but all they're getting is fines. If it's the captain, did you say captain?
The captain.
He may be in strife. He may get a match.
A match?
Yeah.
So 1 match versus 9 months. Is it because for so long as Australians that's been so un-Australian to do it that we've reacted more because of the public uproar as opposed to this is how cricket would have handled it?
Exactly. That's a very good point. That's a terrific point. It looked really bad, the sandpaper thing. That looked bad on television, and the way that the Australian public reacted, given that we were like the... I don't know, the police, if you like.
Yep.
We didn't like anyone else around the world
always
doing this.
Been the boys with the halos.
Yeah, and I think it was more, as a cricketer, it was a surprise. It was like, whoa, hang on, no, don't do that. That's my first reaction. So I think the public, the cricketing public, just that the groundswell against the Australians at that stage was so huge, they had to get games. They had to get suspended. But I think we overreacted. I think as you can see by this, lollies in the pocket, sweep the ball.
Yep.
And
the ball reacts the same way
No, the ball goes all over the place.
compared to the sandpaper? Would the lolly stuff,
the
if you were
sandpaper
playing, would it make that much difference? The lolly and sandpaper similar or not?
Well, I think the sandpaper would be more to get reverse swing.
Yep.
The ball's really old.
Yep.
So you get one side roughed up and it will reverse swing.
Yep.
With the lollies, it's more shining the ball.
Well, you watched the game. You said before we came on air that you were watching it.
I
this morning.
was watching
And
it.
what were you thinking?
And it was quite weird. I thought, wow, this is a difficult track to bat on. That was my first reaction because a couple of balls just jagged off a length and, cut guys in half, took their off stump out, and I thought, well, he's a good bowler, but he's not that good. So I thought, wow, they've been caught on a bit of a dodgy deck here.
Yep.
That's what I thought until you actually brought that up.
So the
Then I think, hang on.
lolly has something in it then.
Lolly's got him going everywhere.
So he's in a bit of strife.
I think he's in a bit of strife, yeah.
All right, we've got plenty coming up in the show, and you might be in a bit of strife a little bit later on the show. Special guest coming in from the Southern Footy League to have a chat with you. Hope you can stay with us for the rest of the show. Back in a moment.